Well, how do you buy the best business? It's a big decision. You'll want to get it right. Here's a few tips. First of all, choose an industry that you really like. It makes such a difference, because if you don't choose a business where you actually like going in there, that you're actually interested in the product or service, well, after a year or two, you're going to get really sick of going to work. You'll be less likely to persist. You'll be less likely to work hard. Your enthusiasm will wane, and clients and customers will detect it. Find something you really love to do before you even look at price or profit, and that will make a huge difference in how much money you actually make. Second of all, choose a business with a high margin of safety in the price. Well, what do I mean by that? Make sure that you buy a business that's priced at a rate that even if it lost 25% of your business, if your revenues actually went down 25%, that it's still a good buy. Because let's be honest, you don't know when you buy the business everything that you need to know about that business. Have a margin of safety in there, and then you can be confident that even if things go wrong, even if once you get into the business it's not exactly quite as good as you expected, then you've still got a good, healthy business. The next technique is make sure that you join a growing industry. You know, so many people, they invest in a business in an industry that's actually declining, or an industry that has a huge amount of competition. Look, business is hard enough, even in the best industries. It's terrible to be in an industry where the margins are getting smaller, the pricing's going lower, the competition's getting bigger, or the industry is actually just fading off into the distance. You don't want to do that. Make sure you've got an industry that's got good growth going forward. And then finally, make sure the business you buy is not dependent on one or two key people. You want a business where if the 2-3 people leave, it's okay, it's easy to replace them. The business is not dependent on those particular people. The business itself is a system that is great regardless of who runs it. Now, I know that when you buy a business, you're going to be very glad to have some talented people in there, but don't rely on it. Pick a business that is not dependent on particular people, and you will find that you've got a business that works not just this year, but for the next decade and beyond.